King!
What's good, YouTube? King Blazer bringing you guys another Division 2 build video. I wanted to bring you guys an update to a build that I've been working on that I've posted before, which is my Striker King build. If you guys want to watch that video, go ahead and hit the link right here. But this build's a little bit different. See, as for that build was a little bit more survivability, this build focuses a lot less on survivability, but it helps a lot more with your skills. And you know, I told you that I like to play different ways. I'm not always trying to go on YouTube and find somebody's build or copy that build. I like to try different variety. They give us a whole bunch of different, you know, weapons and talents and attributes to use. So I figured just go ahead and put things together and see what comes out. We recently got this new gun that I wanted to go ahead and try. I did get it max roll, so I said let me see what I can do with it since it's pretty close to a god roll. I'm sure you guys heard of it. It's the Harmony. If you haven't, it's one of our new named weapons, and the way that talent works is perfectly in sync. Hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damaging an enemy with the skill grants 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. So rather than 5 seconds, rather than for the 20% and the skill damage and the 20% weapon damage, it's actually doubled to 40% when you get them both propped together. And I usually like to use my Bullet King when I'm using the Striker build, because when you use that gear set, of course you want to maintain the DPS and make sure you're not missing. With this Bullet King, you can get it as high as you need it to max out. So I am going to be using the chest piece where you get it rather than 50, 100. So let's get right into the build. First, there's two different ways I like to run this. You can use the Coyote Mask. If you don't have the Coyote Mask, you can use something else. But the reason I like the Coyote Mask is because you also get critical hit with it. So it's just another way to get more damage with what you're outputting. Now again, I told you guys I was going to go ahead and use the chest piece. Reason I use the chest piece is, again, your gamble goes from 50 to 100. So again, you stack it up double the times. It's just it just lasts longer. Again, you use it with the Striker King, with the Bullet King. I keep changing the name of that gun. You use it with the Bullet King, and you'll get 100 versus the 50. Again, it just lasts longer for the amount of time that you get that weapon damage with the Striker gear set. Again, I got this, another piece for my Striker, but as you can see, my skill damage is maxed out. You're going to see in a bit why I have it maxed out. Same thing with this one, skill damage is maxed out, and then I just do, for the mod attribute, I do headshot damage on there. My Striker knee pads, weapon damage maxed out, and I got a headshot damage on there because, you know, again, nothing's wrong with headshot damage percentage. Same thing with this one, I maxed out the skill damage and I got my weapon damage, and this is where it starts to get interesting. So I got this backpack, and the reason I got the backpack is, you see, I get 20% skill duration, and then I get a 9% skill duration with the mod that I'm using. The only thing that's not being used, which I wish I could find something to replace that with, is that status effect. But if I find a better backpack with a status effect, a skill damage and skill haste, that will be exactly what I needed, with a skill duration at the top. As you guys can see, my weapon damage, I modded it and I recalibrated it all the way to 14.5. And then the companion is where you get the weapon damage. I was going to use vigilance, but I figured, you know, you're going to get hit. That skill's going to constantly go in and out. With these two skills that I'm going to be using, companion, as long as I'm next to my skill, I get an additional 15% weapon damage. So remember that. Now, remember, we want our skill, from according to Harmony, to hit. You know, when we're hitting an enemy, we get 20% skill damage for 5 seconds whenever we're shooting somebody with this gun. And then whenever our skill is hitting somebody, we get 20% weapon damage. And then when they're both doing it at the same time, that 20% bumps up to 40%. Now I use my turret, and I use the assault turret. Why? Because again, when you use the assault turret, and you sit it right next to yourself, I usually sit it right next to me. It pops this companion talent. So then I'm getting the 15% from that. Also, and then I use my drone, striker drone, and I send that off. Again, anytime these two things are shooting something, it's popping off this talent, which is giving me 20% weapon damage. And whenever I'm shooting somebody with this gun, I'm giving these things 20% weapon damage. And when that's happening at the same time, that weapon damage doubles from 20 to 40% on the gun that I'm using with the Harmony and each one of these skills. And the reason why, again, I told you why I'm using the Bullet King is what I do is with the Bullet King, I go ahead and I hit and I maintain that DPS and I build my striker gamble all the way to 100. And then once, you know, I'm done hitting that, or I kill somebody with that and I get that to 100, I switch over to this, and then I start unloading with this. While these are already out, you're getting the weapon damage from the talent from this, you're getting the weapon damage from the striker gamble, you're getting the weapon damage from also a critical hit. If you hit any critical hits from this, that gains up, as well as the companion 15% weapon damage. So that all procs together, synergizes. I'm going to show you guys some gameplay. Again, I also use this as my signature weapon. You get the headshot damage, all that, the skills. Again, you guys can use whichever you want, but I recommend to stick with the sniper rifle as your signature weapon. So yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll put some gameplay so you guys can see exactly how it works.
Incoming hostiles detected.
I'm telling you, striker with the Bullet King is deadly.
Fucking hell! I'm here for you. Yeah.
Well, look at that thing shred him.
Get them away from me.
This isn't even a skill build. That's the crazy part about it. See how those turrets are just shredding them, and these aren't even. This isn't even a skill build. That's the crazy part. This is the talents that I'm using. Shredding these guys. Look at all those talents procced at the bottom. Why is my drone stuck up there? Look at that, guys. Yo, what's up, Miss Harley? I was telling everyone I'm going to be streaming Last of Us in a little bit.
We made it.
But
It's over.
Watch out, you see it's ours now.
oh, okay, yeah. I know. I'm about to switch to OBS, guys. and I'm gonna do The Last of Us. So if you guys want to watch The Last of Us, join that stream, okay? I just need to get some quick gameplay for this. I hate streaming on the PlayStation for that exact reason. It just gets so loud.
Serious trouble detected.
From here.
I'm gonna finish this encounter right here. Then I'm gonna switch over to OBS. Then I'm gonna play The Last of Us. Have you seen The Last of Us, Harley? Miss Harley? Have you heard of that game, or have you seen any of that gameplay?
Friendly combatants detected.
Put that down and fight.
Yeah. We did it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and I'm gonna stream that. Let me just open this
Friendly
cache.
combatants nearby.
Then I'll finish up that video. It should only take me like 10-15 minutes. It's a bunch of nothing. Oh, we hit level 30. Yep. Nice, guys. Perfect. We did it again.